أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم مادت يا شيخ مردان دستور يا سيدي. Welcome to this channel Sufistic Mystic Broadcasting to you once again. Today in the frequently asked questions on the Talismanic course, right, where you learn how to write Sufi, Ruhani, talismans, yeah, which are also connected to the angelic realities of the Muwakkilin, which is the foundation of this work, where this is the peak of the work. We're gonna talk about the frequently asked questions. So I'm teaching this since several years, practicing this even more, and it is also the course is it's evolving step by step, right? So now we are at the point where we made approximately 1 year ago the pre-recorded courses, which you can find on the website in the link description, right? And this is the main thing here. Maybe there are 3 chapters. Maybe in one point I will make also other pre-recorded courses, because that one is about talisman writing, talisman calculation, also a little bit about the timings. It's about the ink, it's about the 7 seals, right? And they are like 9 hours full intense material here, right? And one of the things I have to say, because I see this is a little bit weird, right? People don't value it. It's 650 euros, I can say it here, right now. This is still under its value, right? And people want from me a talisman and it's like 200. And oh, this is so expensive. Yeah, okay, go to the grocery, buy your bag of food. You can do this instead. Has much more value. This is still cheap, and just from experience, it will go up, right? Also what I observe, because the quality is getting better and better. And yeah, this is for the early birds. It's actually all the time an early bird price. So those who have been with me a few years ago, they had it cheaper than now. And I'm not going to write there, oh, this is a discount. No, this is a natural understanding, right? It should be much more. Anyhow, this is like a present also. And still people ask me for discounts. Yeah, maybe I don't know, in a few cases I can give. But I see some people, they just get it without even reading the things, without understanding. And some people, they get it like they get a package of sweets. This is like making me a little bit disrespecting the thing. Not me, but also the huruf. So I'm just putting it out here, right? That it may, right now it's like a discount already. We have to see it like this, right? So that's one thing. I'm not gonna go into details. The sharaf stones the same, right? Because people are thinking they can also, this is a little bit disclaimer, they can go immediately into this and in 2 days they're gonna be like a practitioner. No. Even you have the courses, it takes time. Okay, some people, these are like, I have also people who are like sheikhs on their own. They have their own groups, they are practicing these things since a long time. Sufism and prayers and energy work, visualizations, and they get the course, they want to broaden their field of understanding, and they can go through it in 1-2 weeks, okay, yes. These are like 12 sessions, right? 12 sessions, each is 45 minutes. But usually, so there are all kinds of people. Some will have to watch that 2 times, 3 times, right? Me personally, it is one of the few books. It is like Siraj Jalil, right? Which is also a little bit talked about in the book, in the courses. It's 60 pages, but you can read it over and over again. And the book itself, it says, you need a whole lifetime to understand what's written in this book, Surah Jalil by Imam Shadini. And this is a real occult book because you cannot find it out there on Amazon, right? Those are jokes. They can help, but yeah, these kind of things, sorry, they make me a little bit angry. And the same with the courses. You can revisit it after 1 year, 2 years. And you can read it more and more deep. The same as, especially with the Quran, the king of the books, right? You can understand layer by layer, by layer, by layer, right? So many deep things there. So the course is similar. So some people have to watch the thing 2 or 3 times, right? So the standard time, I would say it's like 3 months. 1 video in 1 week. And you can rewatch it, of course, in the week 2 or 3 times already. Then you practice a little bit what's inside, and then you continue to the next video. Right? Fewest will make it in a weekend, right? So that's that. 3 months. But some people might take longer. 6 months. Doesn't matter. This is why it's pre-recorded. You can go for your own pace. Right? There are also some Tahatil names, the Syrianic names of Allah mentioned in that pre-recorded courses. It's also about how to write the Seal of Solomon. It's also about how to write fractal seals, right? A lot. To understand these things, so even people who took the courses, okay, they took it and they can then, in the first time, they can just understand maybe a fraction. Right? And that's totally fine. Because knowledge is, like Imam Ali alayhi salam said, knowledge is power. It's like, because your energy body has also a certain capacity to take that knowledge. And your intuition is telling, also, people are sometimes like wondering, oh, I cannot open the next video. Yeah, because your intuition is telling you, maybe next week, maybe in a month. Yeah, some people go through 7 videos and then they have a break of a month because the energy has to settle first of all, and the energy body has to be prepared. From all the things, this is the biggest thing, energy-wise. You can learn how to potter, you can learn how to paint, you can learn how to cook, you can learn how to whatever. In a certain, like, much easier. Even we are making the program with the cybernetic dhikr, right? Writing the talisman itself is the same. You can make a drawing, a painting, you can make a cooking. But talisman writing requires a totally different kind of energy. Of prana. It has to go through you. So the same with the knowledge. Yeah. Now we have to make a break. Yes. So take your time, take your pace. And some people would like to do it now. Maybe not possible. Maybe possible in 1 year. And that is not to be, oh, I need it now. No. Make a discount, give me half. No. It comes in a due time. And of course, once again, these things can be also acquired on other paths. Maybe it takes longer, right? But it's not the only source. Yeah, it's the only source in the Western civilization, and even in the Eastern realm, it's hard to find. Yeah, but that's, yeah. Allah will guide the people. It's not up to me, it's not up to you. So take your time, step by step. Exclamation mark. Then after this core pre-recorded courses, you can understand how to, you are independent of books first. Secondly, you can of course also correct what's in the books, because some of the information in the books may be wrong. Some squares may be wrong. Third, you can make them even more powerful, right? So you see, okay, like this. For example, in the Siraj Jalil, you have just the huruf squares, which are based on the letters, but then you can say, okay, I make this and I make the abjad squares as well, right? This is about, you have the receipts, you have the knowledge, and you have the kashf, the intuition. Those are the two things to go through, right? So what else we have to say here? Yes, then there are the one-on-ones. Possible, but not necessary, right? Because with a course alone, if you do it, that's fine. But I still would recommend at least having one-on-one. Maybe you have questions after the course, or yes, mainly for questions. So these one-on-ones, they can be done after, in between, and or also one in the beginning, right? So if you have one in the beginning, it's actually very good, because maybe you have answers before, questions before, you are searching for answers. Highly recommended to do that, yeah, because maybe this frequently asked video here, questions video here is like, get some answers, but still there are a lot of questions, right? So one before, maybe one in the middle, and one after. That's like, okay, totally fine. And majority of the people chooses like this. Then you can deepen the whole knowledge with one-on-ones later on, with which some people choose. If that is the case, I will ask you to, I will make a little bit of a check, to write the Seal of Solomon, or the Seal of Dhul Qarnayn, or Ottoman Seal, depending on your energy level, so that I can see how much you understood and where we continue. This goes then especially into befriending the seven kingdoms, into deepening the understanding of the muwakilin, yes, and into many other things, into opening in the intuition, maybe third eye. This can go very deeply, precisely into these topics, yeah, or whatever the person is interested in. So even I have people who are building a business, right? So they like to understand the astrological part more, when to open the business, what to do at what time, what not to do, going step by step, right? These are more than like consultations, and the one-on-ones have three facets, yes? They are first, yes, more knowledge, yeah, transfer of knowledge, like a course. Secondly, there is a underlying always energy work, which can be make also stronger through certain visualization techniques or meditation techniques. And third is like a coaching, right? It's like reflecting what happens, because many things might and will happen. Right, this is the beginning of the journey, and there might be things revealed around us which we never knew were going on. This can be, yes, especially with the opening of the cache of the intuition, this can happen. And yeah, so this has to be like a guided a little bit process, which is more secure. Yeah, one of the things I will always say, I'm also saying to myself, 70% of the work is protection. So yes, that's that. Of course, you can also find handwritten talismans on the homepage. If I'm sometimes less active once again on YouTube, that's because there is a lot going on, people asking. And yes, please be, I mean, I put it like this. I'm not afraid to block people. Yeah. Be reflected. And yeah, I mean, like, don't ask for stuff like jinns. Yes. Yeah. So that's that. But yeah, otherwise, generally also, I mean, if I sometimes not answer, maybe I'm doing something, right? I may not answer 1 day, 2 days also. I'm usually, if I have the chance not to be on the mobile phone, I take advantage of it, yes. So then also I have other works to do. So yeah, I think that's good enough for today. If you have other questions, drop them in the comments. And prepare for the journey. It can be with talismans, without talismans, this or that way. Keep the beats moving, dhikr max to the end. And we will do a video on dhikr maxing, right?